Good afternoon all, David here testing out a new show idea that I haven't yet come up with a witty name for. Now, when you look at the games coming out these days, one of the biggest trends you're bound to see is realism, or at least a veneer of realism. Personally, when I want entertainment that matches the real world, I go for a walk. When I sit down to play games, I prefer things to go a little bit off the rails. However, as a man of science, when I see something strange in gaming, I like to think how and what if. So that's what I plan to do here. Apply my basic knowledge of science and the world to the stranger aspects of my favorite games, and discuss how they might or might not work on both sides of the screen. To get us started, I've been playing a lot of Conquest Frontier Wars lately, and one of the most interesting parts of that game is that there are essentially multiple maps running at once, linked by a network of wormholes. Now, any sci-fi fan worth their salt knows that travel time is the greatest problem of space travel, but wormholes allow you to break the universal speed limit by basically taking a shortcut. If you're now asking why we don't use wormholes for space exploration, the answer is fairly simple. We don't have any. While systems in Conquest often feature 4 or more wormholes, back in meat space they are entirely theoretical, and the solar system doesn't have any. The mathematics saying that they can exist is fine, but we have no proof that they actually do exist in nature. In Conquest, despite the ridiculous abundance of wormholes, the Solarian race decided that there weren't enough, and developed artificial wormholes. So could we do the same? Since this is at the absolute cutting edge of theoretical physics, I couldn't say from my own knowledge, but the general consensus seems to be, well, maybe, if we bend a few rules. This isn't quite as bleak as it sounds. The established laws are constantly being pushed against, and occasionally something snaps. Just weeks ago, scientists were able to kind of maybe push matter to temperatures below what was considered absolute zero. All in all, I wouldn't hold my breath for a rip in the fabric of reality. There are too many sides to this puzzle that nobody really has a clue about, so unless a stable, natural example pops up for us to study, this kind of technology is probably a long way off. As always, thank you for watching, and if you have anything to add about wormholes or something strange in one of your favorite games you'd like me to discuss, feel free to visit the comments. And since this is an experimental Friday, please let me know what you think of this as a potential show idea. Good night.